BC. What's up, guys? Man, it's been some months. Man, busy, crazy year, man, so far. But I'm on here. I got a big haul just showing you everything I bought from the last couple of months. The last video I did was the vinyl tag. And pretty much most of that stuff was the stuff I got from last year. But man, this year I got a whole bunch of stuff that I got. A lot of different genres, man. Like the hip hop, jazz, some alternative stuff, some stuff that I was shocked to find over in the wild. But I'm gonna start off at the beginning of the year. I went to, well, actually it was the end of last year. I went to Half Price Books. Was out in Countryside. It was crazy. I found a 90's, it was like post-grunge era classic. It was this one, Third Eye Blind. I was shocked. I was so stoked to find this. This one was like 70 bucks, man. This record goes for way more. The thing that really had me thinking about it, because I remember Dan Vinyl Fury did a video on all the different pressings of this, and he said this one was the best. You see, this one has ring wear and stuff like that. The record is minty, man. The thing that really had me thinking when I was flipping through and I looked, and they have it in a little, like the special stuff that they always get in. You know, all Half Price Books got that little corner of all like the grails and stuff. So when I stuck my hand in there and was flipping through, I noticed this. So that's when I knew. I was like, nah, I don't think this is a reissue. And then I looked at the back of this, which that member is not even, I don't even think he's not even in the band anymore. He was the one that got kicked out of the band. But yeah, when I noticed that picture, when Dan Vinyl Fury talked, I was like, man, I got home, broke my neck, got home and spun it. It's a 2 LP set. Got home and spun it. Dude, the record just jumps right out. And the track that really blew me away was Losing the Whole Year. I remember I had the promo. I was working at Sam Goody at the time. And it was just crazy to find this record, man, in the wild. I've been after this record for years when I never thought I'd find it at Half Price Books. So yeah, I know a lot of people be going to Half Price Books. Definitely check them out, man. They always have some cool stuff. And I'm going to show you some 45s that I grabbed from there too. I grabbed some 45s. And that's definitely a shout out to Vance. Vance got me looking for 45s too, man. His Led Zeppelin videos have been amazing, man. I've been going through that, my fellow Chicagoan. So I'm going to show you the stuff that some of the 45s I grabbed. This one's nice. Neil Young, Heart of Gold. Double A side. This is a promo. Found this at Half Price Books. This was like $5. Grab that one. Love Neil. This is from Richard Ashcroft's second album. Check the Meaning. Yeah, this one was a killer with the B-side, The Miracle. I grabbed that one. And one of the songs I like from the 80s, I dug by the Go-Go's. I remember when this came out, man. This was so cool when it came out. The Head Over Heels, love that song. That song catchy as hell. The B-side on this one is Be Good. What was it? Be Good for Gone. And then now I'm gonna go into. I'm gonna show the stuff. I grabbed some stuff over the weekend, but all of these are from. These are all the ones from Westmont, man. Blue Village Vinyl, and I'm gonna do a shout out for my boy Daniel. I ran into him at Expona. That guy, I knew him for some years now, man. It's a cool cat to catch up and talk to. I ran into him at Expona along with Jim. I met of course Chance for the first time. David Bianco, met him. Safe and Sound, Texas Audio Excursion. I met him. Jim Record Collecting News, the one with the newspapers. I met him, really cool cat, man, from Cali. And yeah, also Louis Vinyl Latte. I met them all at the Expona, man. That was a good, just to hang out, just talking to them. They had like a little seminar talking about how to collect records. That was pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. That was in April. But yeah, I went to Blue Village Vinyl, picked up a Cocteau Twins that was high on my list, and I was holding off because I wasn't paying the money that they were asking for online. But this is actually Elizabeth Fraser, Harold Budd. You know, this is Robin Guthrie, Simon Raymond. This came out in between. This is in between Victorialand and Bluebell Knoll. I needed this one. And a big fan of Harold Budd, because Harold Budd did some stuff with Brian Eno. So definitely I was stoked to get this one. This is a US and original. It's on 4AD, not a UK, but it's a US original on Relativity, 1986. Grab that there at Blue Village. Oh, this one I grabbed there too, Mal Waldron. Look at that lineup. Clifford Jordan, Cecil McBee, and Danny Richmond. And the killer on here is Charlie Parker's Last Supper. This is a German press. This is cool. 1981 on Enja. So this adds to the Mal Waldron. And I got more Mal Waldron coming your way later on. But that was a killer one to grab. And then I found another copy. I'm just addicted to this album. I have 2 UK presses of this. They got the one with the glossy cover. This is the one with the dull cover. This is an original UK. They had that there. I couldn't walk away and leave that one. This one's definitely one of my favorites. I think this is my favorite by them. Head Over Heels. This is the UK. Pam Grier. Blaxploitation. Dope. I'm shocked and stoked to add this to the collection. Sheba Baby, man. This was dope. Barbara Mason. This is a promo too, man. So that could just go right with my Foxy Brown and Coffee. Man, you talking about some jazz, another jazz. Chico Freeman, Indian Navigation, The Outside Within. And this lineup is Cecil McBee, Jack G. Jeanette, rest in peace, John Hicks, yeah, Undercurrent. He did a killer song, Undercurrent, on here. Indian Navigation, Chico Freeman. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with him. A Chicago staple. The Smiths, grab that there. And this is all during the period of this year. The Smiths, The World Won't Listen. This is the Louder Than Bombs, but the UK version. The World Won't Listen. Grab that one. Nice UK copy. This is from that same collection as the Cocteau Twins I just showed. This guy's collection. This guy had a lot of killer stuff, man. And I grabbed a 12-inch Like an Animal, the glove. Very cool cover, man. This is great stuff with the bullseye. And it's a see-through cutout. Yeah. This is from the album Blue Sunshine, the glove. Grab that one. And also now I'm going to go into Oak Park Records, which I stopped in there on Record Store Day. And I grabbed a couple of records there. And that would be this one with the hype sticker. Original 1986. I remember this came out, I was in high school. Heavy D and the Boys. This is his debut, Living Large. Overweight Lover in the House, Mr. Big Stuff. And what was the song I used to trip out on? Nike. Yeah, grab that there. Then a promo copy of the Smiths. This is an upgrade copy. The copy I had was kind of old and it was kind of scratchy. Got a nice minty copy. I couldn't turn this one down. Definitely grab that one. And some more 45s I grabbed there. Yeah. This one's nice. Aerosmith, Dude Looks Like a Lady. No, Love on the Elevator. Grab that one. Love that artwork on the 45. This one's Dude Looks Like a Lady. Grab that one. So I grabbed those. So those are the cool ones. And then also I picked up Orbit Records. I grabbed, this is Depeche Mode. The funny thing, this is the picture sleeve, but it doesn't match the record. The record is a promo, which is a double A side of Never Let You Down Again. But there's somebody just added the picture sleeve to it. The other song was supposed to be on here was Pleasure, Little Treasure. But yeah, this is from Music from the Masses. But yeah, I was glad to stoked to grab this one. And then there was one I forgot I didn't show about Blue Village Vinyl. Killer promo, man. Patsy Klein. Walk After Midnight. This was a song that made her famous. From all her tries, she was about to give up on recording, and she cut this song, and this was the one that broke her. This is a promo on Decca, original, 1950s. It's like 57. And Poor Man's Roses is on the other side. Yeah, I'm big. I love Patsy Klein. Yeah, Jessica Lange did a movie. It was called Sweet Dreams. I love that documentary. One of my favorite documentaries. I remember seeing it some years ago, man. It blew me away. I started collecting some of the Patsy Klein stuff because I ended up getting a promo at work, and I played that. This is one country singer I really dig a lot, along with Emmylou Harris. But yeah, so now I want to go with Reckless Records. Went there a couple of weeks ago. Some hip hop stuff. 90's, 96, Helter Skelter, Nocturnal. This was one I was on my list for years, since the 90's. So I grabbed that one on the Boot Camp Duck Down Buckshot. It was part of the Boot Camp clique. But yeah, this is a double LP. Grabbed this at Reckless, got it killer price. And 1990's Tina Marie Ivory. Oh man, Mr. Ice Cream Man. This one's dope. This is killer record by her, which I got to see her live before. But yeah, Tina Marie, one of my favorite singers, probably the top singers. And then in the beginning of the year, I went to Urban Place Records up in Milwaukee. And yeah, I went there and I was checking out some of the stuff that they had, and I remember looking online and they had this record here. I've been after this one for some years too. Freedom Book, Booker Irvin. Original Prestige label. 63? It's either 63 or 64. But yeah, this one, no, 63. It's 63 because the song on here was dedicated to John F. Kennedy when the assassination, A Day to Mourn. That's what he made the song for. The song was written for him, The Day to Mourn. If you ever want to check out a killer song, check that song out. Booker Irvin, Freedom Book, A Day to Mourn. That's his tribute to John F. Kennedy after he was assassinated in 63. But yeah, this one here, killer lineup. Jackie Byard, Richard Davis, and Alan Dawson. Alan Dawson is another cat that's type. Jackie Byard is dope. Yeah, grab this one. Then along with that, I got a Sesame Bee I was missing big time on Indian Navigation. So now I'm done with his Indian Navigation stuff, flying out. I grabbed that there. And then I left, and then I came back, I want to say even a month later, like in February, when they showed me Freedom Book, they showed me this record. So I was like, I couldn't get both. But I said, if I go back up there and they still got this, I'm going to grab it. Oh man, they still had this one there. Oh yeah, this is an excellent one too. I've been really digging Booker Irvin because you know he did stuff with Mingus and stuff like that. Yeah, Booker Irvin, Exaltation. This one's dope. This one has Frank Stozier, Horace Parlan, great piano player. Love his piano playing. Butch Warren and Walter Perkins. This is an original, 64. Yeah, Exaltation. Grab that there. And Groove Seeker told me to pick this up. I grabbed this one. This is another Mal Waldron. Remember I told you I got Mal Waldrons coming. I still got more Mal Waldrons I picked up. But he told me to grab this one. I wasn't familiar with Candy Girl. I grabbed this one on Strut reissue. Spectacular. This one's dope. Frank Abel, and Lafayette Hudson and Donald Donovan on drums. This was originally released in '75. This is a really tough one to find. I've never seen an original of this, but this one to do. This is a German press on strut. So those were some stuff I picked up there. Now I'm gonna go with Record Wonderland. Yeah, grab some stuff there. Told you I had another Mal Waldron. This one's smoking, man. The Status Seeking, he does a killer version of Status Seeking with Reggie Workman, Ed Blackwell, Charlie Rouse, Woody Shaw. Yeah, this one is the Get-Go live at the Village Vanguard. This is smoking on Soul Note. Oh, I couldn't turn. When I was at that shop, I saw this. I had to grab this one. Grab that. Mary J. Blige, a big one I was missing from the late 90s. And the reason I grabbed that one, 7 Days. Love that song. With George Benson is actually on here on guitar. I remember seeing that video. And then she got a song on it with, of course, Share My World. And then the song with R. Kelly, It's On. Had that done. Speaking of R. Kelly, had this one. He had this one there also. Had to grab it. I've been really on a Aaliyah kick, man, trying to get all her originals. I had the reissues, crappy vinyl, man. Talking about noisy. All of these are all. This one is a European press. This is a German press with the artwork, killer sound and quiet, dead quiet. You put the needle down, dead quiet, and everybody knows this one. Age of None But a Number, and Back and Forth with R. Kelly. You see R. Kelly in the background. See him right there. And then they had a 12-inch Record Wonderland UK pressing of Tears for Fears. Pale Shelter has the long version on there. This is a nice, beautiful copy of that. So now I'm moving on to. Now this is a shop. Oh, and I forgot one more. Yeah, I couldn't believe I didn't pull that one aside. I did have one more for Record Wonderland that I grabbed during that time. New Zealand Press New Zealand Press original. Iggy Pop, The Idiot. This is the one I was missing. Man, I was after this one for a while. To find a New Zealand press, this is a must. Yeah, this is an original from '77. Yeah, Sister Midnight. Now I'm going to go on to We Buy Records. We Buy Records. Grab this sealed copy. This was like $3 or $4. Woody Shaw 3. Cheesy, like a cheesy cover, but it shows all of his father, Woody Shaw, and then his son. It looked cheesy, the cover, but this album's killer. This is the lineup on here is just amazing. James Spaulding, Renee McLean, Jackie McLean's son, Buster Williams, Victor Lewis is on here. Yep. Oh yeah, and then also George Cables, yeah, Buster Williams, they're on there too. This is a killer set. Donnell Jones' debut, they had that there. My Heart. Yeah, he does a killer version of Knock Me Off My Feet. Stevie Wonder from Songs in the Key of Life. He does an outstanding one. Players in the Hood. This was his debut, produced by LaFace Records. Now all I need is his second album, Where I Want to Be. Yeah, I will be done with him. That record goes for so much. This one goes for a lot, but I got this for a really killer price. It was way less than what it went for. This one's minty too. But yeah, I want that Where I Want to Be is the next one I'm after. Early 60s original with Clifford Jordan on VJ. Original stereo. Here's Lee Morgan. Oh, you talking about a smoking set, man. Terrible T is the track you need to know. Yeah, Blakey's on here too. Look at that lineup. Clifford Jordan, Art Blakey, Paul Chambers, the master of the bass, Wynton Kelly. Oh man, you talking about Lee Morgan, a young Lee Morgan. Love that artwork. Pretty cool. Nas, The Lost Tapes. Essential Nas. Anybody collect Nas, you gotta have the lost tapes. This is an original promo. And then a major upgrade. Red Garland. Red and Bluesville. This is an original 1959 with the deep groove. I couldn't leave that one. I had a 1965. I saw this one at a stellar price. Had to grab it. Cause now I went to a record show in the countryside. I went to the record show. They call it the Chicagoland record show. Went there. I tried to go early, but I overslept. I ended up going later. I'm gonna show you some stuff that I picked up from there. Original Armed Forces. This is a UK. This was, as far as the full album of hearing Elvis Costello, this was the first record I got to hear first. Yeah, this one's dope. Yeah, that one I found. That one's the UK. We Want Easy. And this is the original 12-inch. Found this at a table. And then I was knocking off my Cocteau twins. You saw that I had that other Cocteau twins with Harold Budd. These were the two. I got these at different tables there. This one, Tiny Dynamite. Yeah, this is an original UK. Grab that there. Also, Echo Shallow Bay. This is another original. These were like some big major Cocteau twins that I was after. I still got one or two more left. So I grabbed those there at the record show at different tables. And I found the promo, white label promo on Tommy Boy, which is so crazy. I said, I'm looking for an original of this. I have the cassette I bought back in the day. Yeah, I picked up Sex Packets, the original promo of Digital Underground. So now I'm going to go to the online buys. I got some online buys. That was some great stuff too. Got some online buys. I went here. This is my first vinyl file. I grabbed Hard to Earn. I was a guy posted it on because I follow him on Hip Hop Spinners, because a lot of the hip hop stuff I dig from the 90s. I saw this came out, and this is nice, man. I was stoked with the gatefold, and this was cut by Jonino Hernes. Dope, man. This is the vinyl file. Yeah, I see why everybody going crazy for it. I'm mad I didn't get the Velvet Underground on the vinyl file. I missed out on that one. That one sold out. I would love to get a copy of that. That's a classic album. And the reason I showed and I grabbed this, I compared it to my original. This is my original, yep, and it's signed by it's signed by Guru. This is a radio show that they came here to Chicago. This is autographed. Primo and the Guru. I compared it to this one. It's close, man, very close. Joe Nino did a killer job on this one, but I would say this one's slightly better. It had that. It has that more grit to it. You could tell. You could tell slightly the difference, but if you're not able to find like an original of these, go for way more than this. This one was 40 something bucks, 49 bucks, 50 bucks. Definitely worth picking up. I would say this is a must-have. This is actually my favorite Gangstar album, and I have all of their records. This one's my favorite. Moment of Truth and Step Into the Arena is in there too, and Daily Operation, but yeah. So I grabbed that. Of course, I grabbed the Morrissey. I got that from Plain Records. Grabbed that. Yeah, this one. I grabbed this one. This is the red vinyl. Pretty good comeback album for him, man. Actually, I like the coldest song on here. I love that. This reminds me of the old Morrissey. I had to rank real high of his songwriting. The Monsters of Pig Alley. I really dig that. The opening track is killer too. You're right. It's time when you first throw it on. And this is a pretty good record, man. I give it to Morrissey on that one. More online buys. I bought this from a hip hop collection. A guy was selling just, I guess he was moving and he was trying to, and I got these way less than, and this is the hip hop stuff that, it's just crazy the stuff that I got, man. I grabbed. And this is, I paid, I want to say maybe 120 or 120, 140. And the records I'm going to show you is crazy. The guy was moving and he was trying to get rid of a lot of his stuff. Original exhibit, debut, 1996 with the Paparazzi. His debut. Grab that one. This was all in that. It was almost like a bundle. And the condition is nice, man. The exhibit had like some marks, but it plays great. But all the rest of these are clean. This one, exhibit. This will be his second album, 40 Days, 40 Nights. This is my favorite by him. 40 Days, 40 Nights, original, Loud Records. Second to None, part of the DJ Quick. That was in there. White label promo. Let the Rhythm Take You. And yeah, this one's dope. On Profile Records. Ice Cube. Lethal Injection. All I need is the Predator. Predator is expensive, but yeah, I grabbed this one. This one has Bob Gun on it. And you know how we do is on here. Original of that one. Yeah, that was Cube with the afro. And then last but not least, the Tupac I didn't have. I have an original All Eyes. This one has the original California Love. The guy had in there. He threw that in there. He asked me, did I have it? I'm like, no, I didn't. I talked to him. It was pretty good. Somebody gave me in contact with this cat, man, and I ordered that stuff. I grabbed that. He sent all that stuff. It came. So that, I mean, my hip hop collection is coming about, man. Okay, here goes some other online buys. Was this one? Some more hip hop stuff. I'm gonna show. Here go the Cocteau twins. I was telling you I had another Cocteau twin. This one has water damage, but the records are mint. This one is Peppermint Pig. Tough one to track down. This was a big one on my want list. And it has Laugh Lines and Hazel. I picked this up from a recommendation. This is a Liberty second press stereo. They used the original metal stampers from the original New York, USA stereo. I grabbed this one. Imperial Isles with the great Ron Carter. Early 2000. This one is from 2006 with my favorite T.I. song, What You Know About That? King, T.I. The End Groove. I grabbed this one. VC's own Angelo Kelly. This one's cut at 45. Electrola. Amazing. Great songwriter, great artist, man. I dig Only When Heaven Is a Win. Man, this guy's great. Angel Kelly. Yeah, Angelo Kelly. I'm sorry, not Angel Kelly. Angelo Kelly. Shout out to you. Great stuff. And then Big Want, Major Want. One of Aaliyah's best. This one's from 96. This is One in a Million. This is 4-page letter. A Girl Like You. Yeah, At Your Best. Yeah, this is an original German. I bought the Coke bottle Urban Outfitters reissue. I put it through my ultrasonic cleaner. It was terrible, noisy. Took it back, thought there was something wrong with it. They gave me another one, brought it home, same thing. Those pressings are awful. I gave up. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to look for the original and I'm going to grab it. So yeah, I grabbed the OG. So now I'm back in Milwaukee. I got some other ones I grabbed from Milwaukee too. I thought I got all of them from Milwaukee, and I met this guy up there. Man, my main man up there, Rick. Met him over at Musical Memories, and that's what I'm going to show you some stuff from Musical Memories. A couple of records I grabbed there. Jim Hall, Concerto. This one right here got Roland Hanna, Steve Gadd, killer drummer. Ron Carter, Chet Baker's on here too. This is a must-have from the CTI. Original David Bowie, Man That Sold the World on Mercury. I was stoked to grab this one, man. He had that at that shop. Then I went to Acme. Acme. I picked up Shisha Dance Heroland must have. This one right here has Bobby Hutchins. What's that? Bobby Hutcherson. Cables. Billy Higgins on drums. George Cables and John Hurd. Yeah, this is a monster, man. Killer record. Dark Mood. Smoking. One of Heroland's best. This one is just as good as the Fox. This is exceptional on Muse. Found this over at Acme Records. And then Exclusive. I remember I found this at Exclusive. 1998 original Garbage. This is my favorite Garbage record. I know everybody liked the other record. This is my version 2.0 is my album here, man. Killer record. Yep. And that's 31 minutes of me rambling, man. But yeah, a lot of the people that I met this year, it was great just hanging out and digging. But life was crazy, man. I've been busy at work. Had one car died on me. Not only one, two cars died on me, and that's why I wasn't doing any videos. I finally got a new car, but yeah, it's been a hectic year. But yeah, I'm back in the swing, man. Just digging and stuff. Yeah, I'm just digging and enjoying watching some of the videos out there. But yeah, I'm back to be doing some more videos. I got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. But yeah, it was good rapping. Peace out, VC.